The first quarterfinal of 4, we're going straight into the semi, straight into the final. Let's begin the journey.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on Acheron Wastes, spawning in the bottom right position as the red Zerg player. Coming in for Evil Geniuses, it is Jaedong. Cold steel in his eyes as he prepares for this first round of 8 game. And his opponent spawning in the top left position as the blue Terran player from Mousesports, it is LucifroN.
LucifroN having an incredible WCS run. Looked almost, until this round of 8 was undefeated in that tournament. Then fell short versus 4GG. We know he's got one of the best Terran versus Terrans in the world. Fell down into the placement matches, and he crushed through until the final game against TLO, where we saw a devastated LucifroN. He knew himself that to be definitely worthy of a top 5 finish in WCS Europe, and not achieving it, he was disappointed, he was angry. And now back off that, he's come into this tournament wanting to go deep, wanting to go far, and it's an absolute possibility for him to do so. We do have a drone scout early for Jaedong, checking out if we are going to see any proxy barracks or anything crazy from LucifroN. And just to go through the players' results so far in this tournament, Jaedong has, in the group stage number 1, 3 group stages, remember, went 3-0. Group stage 2, 3-0. Group stage 2, 2 wins and 1 loss, only losing versus Sting there. And then in the round of 16 went 2-0 versus Stefano, crushing out Stefano, his teammate. LucifroN, on the other hand, went 3-0 in group stage 1. And actually started dropping games here, Nathanias. In group stage 2, went 2 wins to 1 loss. Losing versus Harston in group stage 3, 2 wins to 1 loss. Losing versus Snoot. In the round of 16, he did win, but he dropped a map against Deji. He has shown weakness throughout this tournament.
And, you know, that weakness is going to be even more critical for Jaedong to be able to exploit in this match. So as far as what we've seen so far, the drone has managed to get in here. He will see this gas. He knows, okay, there's going to be a Reaper coming out for LucifroN. And, you know, one of the nice things about this drone, at least being able to move around, is he's going to keep that Reaper from getting over to Jaedong's base. At the same time, Jaedong is going to acquire his gas, move his Overlords into position, and, well, both players, nothing really super crazy just yet. As far as the map goes for this matchup, Terran versus Zerg Apollo, how are you feeling about each player's potential strategy choice?
LucifroN will play, for me, I feel that if in game number 1, he'll open up what he loves to do. Just open up with his normal build. Double Reaper into Factory Hellions, into Command Center, into 3 Command Centers, and play it out from this position. He loves to have a bit of likes to have a bit of control, let's say, with the Reapers and Hellions in combination. He'll play out a standard macro game. On the other hand, anything is possible from Jaedong. This guy has played in many a final. He has won many a Brood War tournament. Has not quite won a major Starcraft 2 tournament yet, a big open tournament, but he has the experience. He has the most experience out of every single player on that stage. He knows how to play a long series. He knows how to play a short series. Anything is possible from the Dong.
And especially looking at some of the strategies that we've seen come out of Jaedong, we even saw him open up not only with a very aggressive build versus Gumiho to kick that series off, but we've also seen him being able to take those games into the later stages, winning the very long macro games, and not really getting tired out in a lengthy series.
That's right. Jaedong has the stamina. He has everything. He has the skill, the stamina, and we're about to see if he can put it to work against LucifroN here, who's already got his 3 command centers down. His trademark build, exactly what we expected. Jaedong has researched circling speed. He has 1 drone in gas at this point in time. He does have the option to go back into gas and start to build up gas that he can throw into an aggressive tactic against his opponent, who's trying to hide that 3rd command center. It is tucked away nicely by his main. Doesn't want to reveal it, doesn't want to show Jaedong that that's what he's going to go for. And we already did see a creep tumor go down there. Those 2 Reapers picked off one of the creep tumors, slowing Jaedong's creep spread already in this game.
And this is one of the nice ways that you can use the Reapers, keeping them safe, keeping them out on the field and away from that creep where the Zerglings can get a surround on them. Now pushing out additional Hellions. He's going to be able to possibly stop this 3rd base from going up, picking off that drone. A nice catch, delaying the 3rd from starting. And once these Hellions come out, without the Zergling speed just about to finish, he is going to be able to fight a little bit more versus these. The Reapers, though, they cannot fight them alone. Zerglings do come in, and Jaedong going to try to get them, but no, the Reapers do back up, and he's going to be able to keep most of his units intact.
Jaedong was like, wait a minute, you're going to just leave your 2 Reapers, allow me to take them, and all of a sudden the Hellions come in to back them up. So excellent play there from LucifroN. We do see Jaedong with a Roach One coming down, an Evolution Chamber, another Extractor, coming down here as well. He's about to jump into gas. You can see he has clear intention to get into that gas. He's already got 120 gas banked up. Jaedong, by the time that Roach Warren is done, can actually afford to go to a high amount of roaches here. We could see him go for a huge play. On the other side, we have Widowmines coming in, Marauders coming in. Already safety precautions being put down by LucifroN. But is it going to be enough? 3 Overlords in production. Jaedong's going to start to build these roaches here, Nathanius.
And as these Overlords finish, it will free up the supply for those very supply-heavy roaches. He's coming in to push this creep back, doing the most he can. He's actually going to scan, using the Reapers and Hellions to continuously shove this back. A very nice play. Meanwhile, at home, he is producing Marauders. He has the stim coming in. He's completed the wall at his natural. So as long as he keeps his units active on the field, he should be able to see these roaches that are about to pop, leave the base, give himself a little bit of time to get up a couple of bunkers behind this wall and prepare for any further aggression.
He only built 6 roaches. He could have built a lot more. He had lava to do so. And because he didn't build 6 roaches, he has a bunch of gas left over. Double evolution comes down so he can continue to upgrade his units. He's not going for a big attack here. These 6 roaches, only 6, are just going to be used for defensive reasons. As you can see, both players on screen, both of them looking the stare of death from Jaedong. LucifroN, the calculated look of intelligence here. And he's already faked out a little bit by these roaches. You can see double bunkers coming down. LucifroN's feeling the heat a little bit here by Jaedong.
And, you know, it's very important to keep in consideration as far as Korean metagame goes. There's been a lot of aggression involving Roaches and Banelings versus Terran, especially on a map with a ramp this wide leading into the natural. LucifroN cannot afford to take that chance of losing to a large bus. But, like you just said, the investment into the bunkers is going to slow his build down a little bit.
Exactly. That could have been barracks that should have been added on by this point. Instead, 200 minerals thrown into bunkers. By now, he's probably realizing, well, wait a minute, that's not actually coming down. So he should start to figure out what's going on. But meanwhile, Jaedong's going to poke at the front, just maybe pick off an SCV if you can. If not, just show the threat of the roaches and return back. Never a huge commitment. A Reaper comes in to see if there's any units still streaming across what's going on. And upon seeing the Lings back at home, he probably realizes nothing's going on. Behind this Jaedong with the layer halfway done. Baneling Nest should come down any second now. He's got his 1-1 melee upgrades down. He's taking gases across the map. He's starting to pile up gas, ready to get the Spire down, ready to start morphing Banelings. And behind it, he's already shot up to a total of, by the time these drones come down, like 75 drones. Excellent economy. Excellent start here for EG's Jaedong.
And both of these players have been completely unabated in getting their economies set up. We do have the armory on the way for LucifroN as well. Both of these guys looking towards the later stages of this game. This Overlord, though, with the lair finishing, might be able to drop some creep to deny this command center landing. No, LucifroN gets it down, will not be slowed in his taking of additional bases, but both of these players are definitely looking towards the later stages of this game. Spire on the way, Apollo.
Yeah, we're going to see a nice long macro game to start us off for the day, the first quarterfinal of this day. And we do have a lot of units on the way for both players now, as we start to see the production kicking in for LucifroN. And Jaedong comfortable at 70 to 80 drones. I think he's at 75. He can start to produce units of his own. So both of these players are going to start to get a little bit aggressive, tickle each other, take map control. Roaches and Lings are going to try to chase down these Hellions in the middle of the map. Though LucifroN's biggest goal right now is to get 2-2 down. Immediately as the engineering base finish up and the armory's down, start 2-2. Medivacs are coming out, so we want to slow his opponent down with some drops, especially because there's no units out on the map that can deal with them yet, and then look to hit a timing potentially around his 2-2 upgrades. But okay, there they are now starting.
And they're the 2-2, like you said, beginning for LucifroN. At the same time, we have centrifugal hooks on the way for Jaedong. That's the Baneling speed. And now the Overlord speed just completing. He's going to have a little bit faster for trying to deny the bases with Overlords, but also his Overseer picking off the Widowmines going to be a lot easier. He can tag the Overseer along with his Mutalisks, and that Spire is now complete. So we're going to see how many he's going to put out to begin this. Also getting Burrow Play at a relatively early time. I really like this decision from Jaedong.
Yeah, he can get a Zergling on the 4th base, and the Sky actually goes down inside the main base of Jaedong there to check out what's going on. But yes, with Burrow, he can put a Zergling down to the 4th base. We could see borrowed Banelings. There's quite a few options here. At this current point, LucifroN is just moving forward to eliminate the gorgeous creep spread that he has. And with this creep spread, I mean, Jaedong's so good with creep spread. And now that's been eliminated, that will slow down his mobility, which you were obviously expecting Jaedong to have.
And now the Marines stepping forward a bit onto the creep. The Zerglings and Banelings are trying to catch him. No Baneling speed, though. He will be able to get in his medevacs and use those afterburners to get out of there. The Mutalisks trying to catch these medevacs, but he's going to drop on the high ground here. And if these Mutalisks actually stay here and fight, he's going to be able to kill off quite a few of them.
He already took down 2 or 3 there. Not such a good trade-off for Jaedong. And now he moves forward into a bunch of mines and Marines. Oh, dearie me. And of course, he can always pick up these units if the Banelings come too close. I'd say that's a pretty good trade there for LucifroN. Jaedong throwing a couple of units away there. Marines coming down from the south side too. Roach is caught off guard. Nice play there by LucifroN, catching Jaedong's silly, small little mistake.
And he's up now about 2,000 resources on that resources lost tab, so he's going to be feeling very comfortable as far as moving forward. This 2-2, Apollo, it's coming to a finish, and we actually see the +2 attack only now just starting for Jaedong. This attack could be devastating from our Mouse Terran.
He needs Banelings against Marines. We know how good Marines are, especially with Maidenback back up, and the Lings get chased away. LucifroN from Spain is pushing Jaedong back, and he's pushing him quite far back. 7 Banelings are on the way, but are they going to get there in time? Overlords are going to go down. We could see LucifroN push forward, and well, let's have a look at his micros. Those Banelings are very near completion. The Queen could go down here. The Baneliness is going to go down, and that's going to be able to keep the pressure up. Without a Baneliness, he can't continue to keep Banelings here.
Yeah, the Mutalisk will be able to force him to lift up, though. He's going to boost away towards the left side. Needs to be a bit careful, though. He doesn't want to get picked off while he's in the air. But those Banelings were over by the 3rd base, so now the Zerglings, they don't have any support. The Marines are going to be able to chew through these. The Mutalisks are really the meat of this composition, at least the DPS, trying to shut this down. So Jaedong will hold this attack off for now.
He holds it off for now, but behind this is a very large army ready to go again here for LucifroN. But he did lose a lot of his medibacks. Only has 4 out at the moment. One of them did survive. And here comes wave number 2. Once again, Zerglings versus Marines. Jaedong's got to be careful. Get back. No Baneling Nest yet, so he's still quite away from morphing these. The Widow Mines are going to be a pain in the ass to deal with here for Jaedong, and we currently see both of these players playing this out really good. A good solid game 1. A 4th command center is on the way as well for LucifroN. Jaedong comes in, Mine's got a burrow.
And here are the Zerglings come in. There's not that many Banelings, though. It'll only take a semi-reasonable split. He is going to be able to, well, take a little bit of damage from those Widow Mines, but he's taken out all of the Banelings. 17, 20 more on the way. 42 Zerglings come in. That +2 attack still not done yet. 3-3 is starting for LucifroN, and we do not have a hive to actually move the upgrades even further for Jaedong.
Jaedong has just invested a lot into Banelings. 19 Banelings here, with the Mutalisk and the Link count being incredibly high. Jaedong's lava injects have been great. Oh, no turrets on this 3rd base. Jaedong decides to move in with his Mutalisk here, and he's going to grab a lot of SCVs. This is going to be a pain here for LucifroN. Nice play there by Jaedong, but at the same time, we have all these mines. Oh, Jaedong pulls back. He pulls his Banelings back. Remember, the Banelings are the most important part of that army.
He's going to clean up a lot of those Zerglings, but this 3rd command center is under fire. LucifroN going to lose that base, now drop down. He does have the planetary fortress towards the 4th location. He's beginning to knock down the rocks outside the 4th base of Jaedong, but the Zerglings and Banelings getting into a little bit of a position, could try to go for a surround on this army as it presses in.
So Jaedong kills the 3rd. Now he comes back to kill the army, getting everything together. If he crushes his army, he takes a major lead in this game. Mines are burrowed. Not activated there. Here come the units. Here come the Banelings. Banelings still alive.
He's going to try to split these Marines as well as he can. The Banelings are off creep. The Marines will be able to hold for now, but there's so much here for the evil genius to Zerg. These Marines are going to have to retreat. The Widow Mines will burrow. Will they get the shots necessary? No. Great couple abated, but we do have the Marine parading down the field. He is going to be able to shove most of this back, and now it's just Mutalisks versus Zerglings, but LucifroN losing all of his very expensive units during that fight.
Yeah, ideally at this point, LucifroN would love to be mining a little bit more, of course. He'd love to have his 3rd base. That's going to slow down his production. He's stuck at 138 supply. Meanwhile, the hive is on its way. Jaedong's played this mid-game out really, really well. Lots of Banelings, lots of aggression, fantastic counterattack, and he's going to come in here and stop the SCV from building this command center once again, and then can easily just retreat, go back. I doubt he'd want to risk going into the main base. He can't risk losing these Mutalisks, and he's targeted down the command center. He realizes he can't get it, so he'll pick off a couple of SCVs and get out of there. But so far, so good here for Jaedong, but LucifroN is about to have 3-3.
And that is going to give him a very comfortable window. That 3-3 will be done before it even starts for Jaedong. Those Marines are going to be really powerful as far as dealing with these Zergling forces. Once this happens, he's going to have a pretty strong position as far as holding off the Mutalisk aggression. But, like you said, Jaedong wants to keep LucifroN on his back foot, keep him from pressing towards him with that upgrade advantage by using the Mutalisk to harass long enough for him to make that switch into Ultralisks.
All right, Jaedong, if he wants to do this nicely, then he'll want to kill off this army in the middle of the map. A couple of Zerglings do go down there. Remember, these are 3-3. Jaedong's, he's got into the SCV line once again here. A lot of SCVs are going down. A couple of Banelings as well.
He's going to be able to take out a lot of these SCVs, possibly his command center. The Marines are trying to run back and defend this, but that planetary fortress is going to fall.
All right.
And Jaedong killing another base off of our Mouse Terran.
All right, so Jaedong's got to use Mutalisks, Zerglings, and Banelings to kill off this army. If he kills off this army, he potentially wins the game. If not, LucifroN can. Very, very close here. Borrowed Banelings get scanned. Oh, nice scan there by LucifroN. All right, so how is Jaedong going to take this engagement? If he messes this up, the game can very easily end. Very easily end in LucifroN's favor here. How is Jaedong going to take this fight? These Marines very clumped up. Mines protecting everything here. Jaedong's going to go for it here.
And it's quite a club. Nice
LucifroN.
shots. And the Mutalisks coming in from the left side, taking a couple of those Widowmine shots as well, really softening that force up. But right on top of those Baneling mines.
2 Banelings. Jaedong could have hit that there.
He's playing with fire there. He is going to try to spread a little bit more into this base through the spine crawlers as well. More banelings are here for Jaedong. Not quite enough to punch through these Marines, though, even not split. So he's just trying to get in position. But so many Mutalisks going in towards that pocket base of LucifroN. How much is here to defend? There are a good number of Marines trying to come stave this off, but those missile turrets will also help. Jaedong not going to be able to pick this base off this time.
Yeah, he doesn't have room to get up to the Ultralisk cavern. That's ideally where he wants to be, but banelings. Oh, Jaedong has a good detonation set of detonations there with more and more banelings coming through. To be honest, the Mutalisk can probably clean this up now. Jaedong defended against this. That's all he had to do was beat down this 3-3 army. And just like In Control said earlier across this weekend, there is the Flying V right here to clean up everything once again. And Jaedong now takes a good 50 supply lead.
And at the same time, behind this, the 3-3 coming in for Jaedong, getting the adrenal glands. We don't yet see Ultralisk production, but he has more than enough Mutalisks to be able to keep this army dancing around all day long.
I mean, he can go Ultralisk very easily now, but I think he realizes that he's hurt his opponent so much, as long as he doesn't open up an anti-timing window, opens up a timing window for LucifroN to hit, he's going to win this game. So he's playing this out very cautiously. A lot of mines going to get caught in the Marines. Oh.
Really chewing away at a lot of these Zerglings. He is going to spread the Marines back. LucifroN needs to do critical damage now. The Mutalisks are, however, pressing into the natural, sees that command center flying out. He's just going to wait for that to land before he goes and kills it. And more Banelings stepping up. LucifroN needs great Widow Mine hits here. Great shot, taking out all of the Banelings of Jaedong, and he's still going to be able to continue this pressure. That upgrade advantage, however, is about to end for the Terran player.
Yeah, Jaedong's lava injects absolutely amazing. Now he's cleaning up all these Widow Mines. He can take a couple of hits here as long as he doesn't lose them, and that's fine for Jaedong. Of course, the Mutalisk will regenerate. He cleans up another assault here from LucifroN. Both players down in supply, but as you said, 3-3 about to complete for these Zerglings. Where is the Ultralisk cavern, Jaedong? Please show me it. Okay, there it is, finally coming down. Once that completes, LucifroN is pretty much dead. He doesn't have anything to deal with them. They're going to be fully upgraded. So meanwhile, LucifroN needs to get moving across the map and put the pressure on before that's there. But he just doesn't have... Look, that's his army. That's his army now. That's a fifth of the size it was earlier in this game. But that's because of how well Jaedong's been doing and playing out his counterattacks.
And Jaedong's even adding in more Mutalisks at this point, realizing the aggressive potential. Moving into that right side base, the Zergling's getting in the mineral line, as well as using the Mutalisks to try to snipe away at this orbital command. It is burning down now. He's going to try to pull the SCVs to repair, but how much does LucifroN have to stop this? He is going to be able to shove this back for now. A force at the same time moving down the center of the field, and he's just going to start to poke away at this. The Banelings getting out of these Marines. They're clumped up. The Widow Mine's not burrowed. He will be able to retreat since he's not on creep, but LucifroN losing even more of his Widow Mines. He needs to keep those high-power units alive.
That's right, it looks like the Dong is here to play as he moves into LucifroN's main base with the Mutalisk. Another command center very well may fall here as Jaedong has 170 supply to 95. His units, his reinforcing units are enough to deal with those Marines there. And Ling's into the natural as well. LucifroN is down, LucifroN is bleeding. Jaedong has played this out absolutely fantastic. Great mid-game aggression and control against LucifroN's heavy aggression. And it looks like the Lings are getting cleaned up, but still, so the plies tell the story. 80 floor to 170.
And, you know, that's a great point, dropping below 90 supply. He's caught behind this mineral line. The Mutalisks are here, though. Lifting up is not going to be quite an option. He has so far to go. Those boosters are going to be on cooldown, and the Mutalisks will be able to catch all of these medevacs. There's the GG from LucifroN. Game